Since it was first commissioned in 1940, the current Los Angeles Police Department badge is arguably the most recognizable badge in policing. Officers in departments across the nation wear badges with distinct LAPD influence. The familiar LAPD badge has inspired authors, screenwriters, and thousands of young men and women in pursuit of a police career, myself included. The most significant change to the badge came about in 1973, when the designations of policeman and policewoman were retired. After 1973, all new badges below the rank of detective and sergeant read police officer. On that special day in the academy, when the badge is pinned on for the first time, I encourage every recruit to wear it with pride and never to do anything to tarnish it. One of the most accomplished men in Hollywood ever to wear the LAPD badge was, ironically, never a police officer. He was, of course, actor Jack Webb. For an 8-year run starting in 1951, Jack Webb played the role of Sergeant Joe Friday, and then came back again in the 1960s for several more years. In August, the United States Postal Service will honor Dragnet, among other classic television shows, in their 20-stamp Early TV Memories collection. The stamp commemorating Dragnet will depict Sergeant Joe Friday in his classic "Just the Facts, Ma'am" stare. Department personnel, families, and stamp collecting enthusiasts from around the world are encouraged to join us on August 11, 2009 for the Dragnet stamp dedication ceremony at the Elysian Park Police Academy. It promises to be quite a day. One of the things Joe Friday understood is that public safety is a primary responsibility of government. In the city of Los Angeles, 27 cents of every budget dollar is invested in police services, more than double the next most expensive city service. Police, you and I, we're an investment. The return on the investment is record low crime rates, unprecedented community confidence, and a stronger economy. But when a budget crisis comes to a country, a state, and a city, as it has come to ours, it also comes to a police department. In every corner of the LAPD, people are talking about what the budget crises will mean to them, but none more than in the civilian ranks of the department. I want to emphasize the fact that this department would grind to a halt without our civilians. There are no unimportant civilian jobs in this department. Without civilians, calls don't get dispatched, cars don't run, evidence doesn't get analyzed, paychecks don't get deposited, and the list could go on and on and on. I've been reluctant to talk about the crises because the situation is still in flux, making today's fact tomorrow's rumor. Even as I write this article and make this presentation, the department is still in the hole for $153 million, or about 14% of our overall budget. To close that gap, we will have to cut our salary account to the tune of about $135 million from the sworn account and $18 million from the civilian account. That will certainly impact, at a minimum, all promotions. At a certain point, a police department cannot do more with less, and neither can a family or an individual. We can tighten our belts, but eventually hard-won momentum is lost. Hopefully we'll come to some definitive resolution on our budget in the not-too-distant future, so that every department member knows exactly where they stand. I'm sorry that the process has been so frustrating and time-consuming and has gone on for so long. Even in the midst of fiscal crises and uncertainty, you, the men and women of the department, have still continued to perform to the highest standards, a reflection of your professionalism. During the last few weeks, the world's eyes were on the city of Los Angeles. Whether we're talking about the Lakers championship parade or the Michael Jackson memorial services, you showed the world how major events should be policed. What would normally have taken weeks or months to plan and execute, you did in a matter of days. We work with our partners from allied agencies and public and private service providers, including the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, Los Angeles Fire Department, Federal Bureau of Investigation, Los Angeles Department of Transportation, Metropolitan Transportation Authority, Metrolink, California Highway Patrol, and Staples Center, just to name a few. In the days that followed the Michael Jackson Memorial, the Los Angeles Times published an editorial that pointed out several things that I agree with wholeheartedly. You handled the event flawlessly, and you are indeed a terrific police department. Who would have ever thought we would hear that well-deserved and appropriate high praise from the LA Times? It's a new day and a new LAPD.